Hello, hello, my friends. How are you? It's not always a good day when I got to record a second video in a day, but here we are. It's a never-ending circus with these clowns now, is it? Anyways, I just got done watching parts of the Donald Trump and Elon Musk press conference in the Oval Office and how it relates to Doge and the reporters asking Elon Musk a bunch of questions. And I thought I'd give my response to that because there's a lot going on here. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, and I'm just kind of doing this all off of memory. So excuse me if I mess a few things up. But anyways, President Elon Musk and the whiny little bitch in chief did a press conference today with the media in the Oval Office explaining what exactly is going on with Doge. And the biggest takeaway you need to take from this is that these two assholes are lying to you. Can you believe it? They stood right there and they lied about what they are doing to the American people. So we've got a lot to cover here. I hope I remember what all is going on. Also, I noticed some of the ladies were asking, let me see that new haircut. They saw I was shaved up on the side. So ladies, I aim to please. I hope you're happy. It's one of those home haircuts, you know. It's real nice. Anyways, so here's the thing that's absolutely fucking terrifying Americans when it comes to Doge. And I mean the Americans that are paying attention. I don't mean the ones in the silly red hats that are cheering on their own demise. You know, the ones that are looking forward to fascism for some reason because they think that in the end it's going to help them. And the best case scenario for those guys is they become dependent on a government system that's designed specifically to keep the rich getting richer, and they'll feed them the scraps and just kind of keep them hanging on a thread for the rest of their lives. They'll be good little foot soldiers, but that is all they can hope for. Blows my fucking mind that we have Americans cheering on fascism in this country. That's strange now, isn't it? But what is scaring people about it is that Elon Musk is basically doing all of this illegally. He has no real authority. He doesn't get to decide to just start closing government offices. He's so far he's had his little Nazi-looking friend stand out and block the door to the Department of Education. He has shut down USAID. Apparently, I think that one was one of the ones that got turned around by a judge. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But just told all those government employees that were working abroad to get on a plane and come home because their job had been eliminated. I mean, the list goes on and fucking on with the things these guys are doing. But the biggest thing is they're going into the Department of Treasury and downloading all of our information as citizens in America. And well, I'm back where I started. You remember just a minute ago when I was talking about how I'm confused that Americans are cheering for fucking fascism? There's people encouraging this and saying that it's the right thing to do. And it's not. So the first thing I think we need to understand about this cute little press conference is the courts have been handing Donald Trump and Elon Musk their asses, and they have also been open to defying court orders. But there is something that scared them that caused them to go and do this press conference to try to get the courts, the judges, and the American citizens to calm down. And I don't know what exactly happened there. We know that Donald Trump is above the law, right? I mean, we already know that, which is another thing that baffles me about the Trump supporters. Why is it that you want one man to be able to commit crimes and do all kinds of things, run amok all over our country, do whatever he wants, be above the law, and you can't have the same for yourself? Do you see how that might be a problem? I don't really know. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, so if I do that, I apologize. My videos are not real professional if you haven't gathered that. So, you know, I'll try not to sneeze on the camera, and, you know, I'll do my best. Anyways, Donald Trump's above the law. Elon Musk, though, can be arrested. I mean, it will cause some problems. Donald Trump will try to do whatever he can to get him out of it, but Elon Musk can be held in contempt of court. Elon Musk can be arrested. He is not a real government employee. This whole thing's make-believe. It's all made up. And sometimes I just sit back and laugh at the world, because aren't we all just a bunch of like people pretending to be adults, and we get up and we cosplay whatever our job is for the day? Look at me, I'm a big boy truck driver. Isn't that impressive? I have to get this load delivered. Fuck me, man. But we all wake up and we sort of cosplay as adults, don't we? That's what it feels like sometimes. But these guys are cosplaying as fucking dictators. But sorry, I distract myself a lot. But something has scared them enough that they came out and they did this press conference where they did blatantly lie to Americans. One of the things that stood out to me with Elon Musk, but is a habit of Republicans, is finding something that sounds ridiculous on the surface and then amplifying that thing taken out of context to make it sound bad. So there was this thing where they were saying that $50 billion or $500 billion, however many billions of dollars in condoms was sent to Ukraine or something like that. And that sounds like just wasteful spending, right? Well, it turns out they were lying about Ukraine or whatever the entire time, and it was actually going to something like Uganda. Now, Elon Musk tried to play this off like, well, yeah, but why would we be sending condoms to another country? That doesn't make any sense. Well, it's one of those countries that has AIDS and HIV epidemic. So what we're doing effectively by spending that money to send it to another country is we are helping to fight a battle with a deadly disease on another front, not on in our country. We're cutting it off over there. And actually, when you think about it, that makes a lot of sense, because like, regardless of what the weirdo Jesus people tell you, and I'm not taking a shot at people that are religious, I'm talking about the weirdo Jesus people will not abstain. People are going to fuck, and that's just the way this whole thing works. So we send them some condoms and teach them how to use them, unless, I mean, I assume they know how to use them. I don't fucking know. And we fight that battle overseas somewhere else so that it doesn't come knocking on our door. And Republicans have this horrible fucking habit of trying to spin things into this negative light when it's like, wait, we're doing this for the good of the population. And yes, it sounds a little ridiculous on the surface. Why are we sending condoms to another country? Well, if you look into it for just a little bit, you will see that it's a problem. But Elon Musk stood there with his stupid look on his face. He's just a stupid looking man, honestly. But see, this is what a Trump presidency does to me. I start talking like them. I'm like, he's a stupid looking man, which is totally something Donald Trump would say. It's like when I visit my cousins in Arkansas, and next thing you know, I'm talking like fucking my parents are possibly cousins, and that's a whole fucking problem for me now, isn't it? So Donald Trump presidency is dumbing me down a little bit. But Elon Musk had that stupid smirk on his face, and he's going, well, why would we send condoms to another country anyways? Elon Musk, fucking pay attention. Listen, you're working with Donald Trump, the biggest failure, possibly the biggest failure in history when it comes to fucking diseases taking over a fucking country. Remember that time he denied a whole goddamn pandemic while 1 million Americans died and millions more lost their jobs? Am I the only one that remembers that? I don't know that I am. But what he was doing was spinning it in a way that would make sense to people that just aren't fucking paying attention. It was dishonest. We all fucking understand that. This Department of Government Efficiency requires oversight. I mean, I hear you guys when I mentioned that before, and you said it shouldn't fucking exist, Josh. Get your head out of your ass. And listen, I believe you. I hear you when I say that. But if the Department of Government Efficiency is going to be there, then it requires checks and balances, oversight, all kinds of things. It doesn't work when you just kick in the doors of a government office and kick everyone out of their fucking jobs. That doesn't work that way. This is why people are fucking freaking out, rightfully so. Anyways, did you notice that we just spent millions of dollars on as taxpayers on Donald Trump's Super Bowl trip? And this has been pointed out millions of times on the internet already. It's not an original thought by me, but we've spent all that money as tax-paying citizens to cover, you know, Air Force One, all this heightened security, everything to make sure Donald Trump was safe and sound at the Super Bowl. And he only stayed for half the fucking thing, so we paid the full cost for him to only stay through half of it because he's a whiny little bitch and he left early. And Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, was nowhere to be found. They were not auditing that trip at all. And that's the fucking problem. They are not doing things that help people. What they are doing is fucking looking out for themselves to make themselves richer and richer. USAID, that's good for the world. And you know what? America should get out there and do things like that. There was the Consumer Protection, I don't remember the name of it. It's some sort of Consumer Protection Bureau that has done things like limiting your overdraft fees and limiting your, I don't know if it was interest rates for credit cards, I'm not really sure, but they do things that protect consumers. Now, why the fuck would Elon Musk be interested in shutting down a government agency that protects consumers? I just can't quite fucking figure it out. On another note, a little side tangent, Elon Musk is getting his ass handed to him. Tesla stocks dropping considerably over the last, few days or whatever. Hopefully that sell-off continues. And Tesla sales dropping throughout the world at what would be considered an alarming pace. But I wonder if it's too late to stop him. He's already the world's richest man. I don't know how much of that is tied up in Tesla stocks. But the biggest point is they lied through the entire thing about what they were cutting, what they plan to do. Elon Musk tried to spin it in a way to say that this is what the Americans voted for. They voted for government reform, and that's what they're going to get. And that is not what Americans voted for. Even the ones that voted for Donald Trump did not vote for that. Look, we can set all the hate stuff aside for this part of the conversation. I hear you guys loud and clear. There is a lot of hate from MAGA. It's a hate group. It 100% is. But the other thing they voted for, when you set the hate aside, is lower gas prices, lower grocery prices, things like that, things to help out the common man, which Donald Trump has done fucking none of since he's been in office. He has done nothing to help with any of that. And they did say they would look into, the Department of Defense, the Pentagon, where Elon Musk gets all his contracts from, right? And Donald Trump has ordered him to look into that and see what's going on. It's, it's sort of like when the police investigate themselves and find themselves not guilty of any wrongdoing type of thing. It's all for show. They're not going to go in there and do anything. If they do anything, they're going to lie to us about it. When Elon Musk was asked, I don't remember his answer, honestly, now off the top of my head, but he was asked, what kind of oversight is there for him? And I don't believe he really had an answer. I'll have to go back and double check that. But look at what he's doing. He's getting rid of things that protect us. He's getting rid of things that benefit us. He's getting rid of things that benefit the world, where we go out and we do things like feed, people in other countries, because that's a useful thing. It's a very useful thing. It makes America's standing in the world that much better. But I guess in closing, this is one of those knee-jerk reactions. I just heard it. I watched a couple videos and I got on here to say it. I'll investigate more tomorrow and maybe come out with a more informed video. But I think that something has scared them. Like I said at the beginning of the video, something has gotten to them enough that they decided to do this, because just yesterday they were running like a bull in a china shop through our fucking federal government, and now they're coming out and they're acting like they're having the conversation with them. This is big news, possibly. The courts may have reined in Elon Musk a little bit, but I think the judges are smarter than that. They see what's going on too. They're like, yeah, you're not fucking fooling anyone, Elon Musk. Stop fucking with our government. I do hope to see, if Elon Musk has legitimately broken the laws, I'm not a legal scholar, I would hope to see charges filed and Elon Musk fucking arrested. You don't just get to run through the United States federal government as one person, and it doesn't matter who you are. You should always agree with that point that I just made. Doesn't matter if your team's winning or not. If you're comfortable with your guy doing it, then next time, if we have future elections and a Democrat wins, then maybe I go kiss ass to that new Democrat president and they put me in charge of putting my grubby little fingers all over your information. Do you still feel good about it? Maybe some of you do. I don't know. But you shouldn't, is the fucking point. So something has scared them. Something has got them to do that press conference, and that's good, but I think the courts should keep going. Don't stop now. They're trying to distract the American public, say we're doing this for you, and that's just simply not the fucking case. And I feel like I had another point on this. Give me a minute. The little gears in my head are spinning as I try to think about this. Nope, I won't waste any more of your time. I think that's all I got on this, but feel free to jump in the comments, tell me what I didn't understand, because this is a developing story right now, so I may be missing some of the points that are going on. Always open to criticism and feedback on what's going on so that I can provide you guys a better, more informed video in the future. That's it for now. Love you guys. Bye now.